Hello and welcome back to my series on using the Grackle accessibility checkers in the Google Workspace. Today is my last video and we will be covering Grackle in Google Sheets. So I'm here on the install page, which will be linked in the description, and I'm going to go ahead and install the extension. Make sure you are signing in with the correct Google account. Hit continue. Allow Grackle to Sheets to have permissions. Hit continue. And there we go. I'm going to go over to my example document. I'm going to refresh, hit extensions, and launch Grackle Sheets. And it may take a second depending on how much you have in the document. I don't have too much, so it should scan it pretty quickly. And we will be seeing all of the issues occurring on this sidebar here. Awesome. All right, so our first issue is pointing out that sheet names should be descriptive. So let's go ahead and name this Google Sheet. I'm going to call this Graph Collection. And let's recheck and see if that fixed the issue. All right, fantastic. Scrolling down, let's start addressing some of the issues here in our tables. So the use of merge cells is not recommended and avoid isolated cells. So what I'm going to do is start by fixing my merge cells. Here we see we have a large 4 cells merged into one. So going up here to this merge cell tool, hit the drop down and choose unmerge. Now we have 4 individual cells instead of 4 together. Over here on Monday, I see that this looks like maybe 2 cells merged together. So I'm going to hit the drop down again, unmerge, and there we go. Now to fix this isolated cell issue, it's referring to this title kind of floating at the top. And so what I'm going to do instead is I'm going to copy this content. That's Command C. And then I'm going to go ahead and delete it out. I'm going to right click this whole table and I'm going to convert to a table. So this kind of formats it more in Google Sheets native style. And so now I can put that title up at the top and it is not floating as a random cell anymore. I will go ahead and do the same thing for this table over here. Let's check and make sure we don't have any merged cells first. Looks good. I'm going to go ahead and select that title, delete it out, and then let's select the entire table, right click, and convert to table. Perfect. So now I can go ahead and insert that title up at the top, and there we have it. Let's recheck and see if these fixes worked. All right, looks good. We don't have any images in this, so we're passing on images, but just know that if you had any images included, you would need to include alt text for those. So you can just right click and include alt text, and I will show you how to do it here in the chart. Now, I am going to show you how you would do this with the free version as well as the more premium 30-day trial that I currently have. Right now, I am having a account level issue with this option, but this is how you would do it with the free version. So come over here to your chart, hit the 3 dots, and hit alt text. Usually this would open up a sidebar. Right now, mine's not, but it would give you a dialog box where you could then add descriptions for each piece of this pie chart. Because that's not working, I'm going to go ahead and click into this and use Grackle's premium option. There we go. And you would want to give a good description to kind of give context for what exactly this chart is, the labels, even the colors. But I am just going to put in some placeholder text. That way we can update it and clear this issue. All right, let's hit recheck. And we have now resolved that issue. All right, our last issue is flagging some color contrast issues. So let's look at our first chart and table. These look all right. I'm gonna guess it's over here in these really dark text on dark background and very light text on light background. So I'm gonna go ahead and highlight all of these, and we're going to change the text to white. There we go. And then here and here, I'm going to change the text to black, and same for the other side. Looks good. All right, let's go ahead and update that. All right, looks like we are good on color contrast. Just a couple of notes before we wrap up for best practices. You do want to go ahead and give these column headers a descriptive title. So I'm going to change this to year, and I'm going to change this one to day, and then this one to time. And you don't want to leave any empty cells like this, so I'm just going to go ahead and put in some filler text. But of course, you would have text that is within the context of the table. All right, so this looks good. I hope this has been a helpful getting started on remediating any issues you might have in Google Sheets. And thank you for watching.